Hello everybody, it's Maikito. Quickly going over yesterday's picks. I had three other plays that I added in the YouTube description before one of the games, and overall I did pretty good. I went 6-2. Our only misses was Italy -1.5. They only won by one, and Pellegrini was one of the added plays to go higher than 0.5 shots on target. He had three shots, but unfortunately none of them were on target. But Spain money line, they absolutely destroyed Croatia. They won 3-0. Bastoni higher on passes, added play hit. Scamacca higher than 0.5 shots on target, added play hit. And then the other three plays on YouTube, Shaqiri didn't start, so you would have DMP'd there. But Donnarumma under two saves, he ended with zero, so that hit for us. Our lean Strakosha lower than four saves, that hit for us as well. He ended with three, and then Salai higher than 1.5 shots, hit as well. So another pretty good day tomorrow. This video is way later than usual, but that was because I was with family, hanging out with them, and I had to make the drive back. I don't live in the same city as them, so I had to make the drive back, and I still had to do research and everything. I still took my time doing research, just because I don't want to give any bad plays for you guys. Thought I've been doing well, so in the last couple of days I wanted to find some picks that I liked, and I did find some, so I get straight into those. My first pick in the Poland-Netherlands games playing for Poland, it is Jacko Kiwior, lower than 45.5 passes. Poland, when they're playing against these bigger teams, they're not a possession-based team. They not ones that like to press hard whenever they are defending. Poland, they do sort of have like a high line. Yes, they don't press, but their line is high. And the reason why I say that is because if they somehow recover the ball and while they're pressing high, they play off the wings when they attack. They don't really pass the ball back to their defenders, which is where QBR plays. So he's not going to be like a main focus of building up play or anything like that. And Netherlands will dominate the ball. They're a pretty good team. They have three midfielders, four defenders. They like to control the ball. They're patient when they attack. I just like the fact that Netherlands are going to be controlling the ball, and I like this mark. They played two friendlies before this tournament is about to start, and they have 40. Poland have 43% possession in both of those games. And in one of them, he had 46, went over by one, and the other one, he had 31 and went way under. So I expect him to have around the same, if not less, possession of the ball against the Netherlands. And I like the odds, especially at 45.5. So I like Kiwior to go lower than 45.5 passes. My next three plays are actually all in the Denmark-Slovenia game. My first one is Christian Eriksen, higher than 2.5 shots assisted. He is their attacking midfielder. He is the playmaker of the team. He's the set piece taker, whether it's free kicks, whether it's corners. So that's just opportunities for him to get those. And Denmark play two strikers, Hojlund and Wind. And then when they attack, they also like to overload the box with two fullbacks. So they usually have four players in the box. So he has plenty of options to pass to be able to try to attack the Slovenian side. And he played him once back in June, actually. He was playing as the center midfielder. He wasn't even playing as the attacking one, which is where he would even get less. And he still went over and had three. And I just need him to get three, and this time as the more attacking one, which is even better for us. And Slovenia do not press when they're defending, so they just try to maintain their shape. So that's going to be a lot of Denmark possession of the ball. They will dominate the ball as well, and they need to take advantage of that because this is their easiest matchup, in my opinion, in the group. They have Serbia, who is a tougher opposition, so they need to take advantage of this matchup. And Eriksen needs to find the spaces and provide for his teammates so he can try to tag and try to score. So I like this mark. I like Christian Eriksen to go higher than 2.5 shots assisted. My next play is his teammate, Andreas Christensen, higher than 79.5 passes. Like I mentioned before, I think Denmark is going to dominate the ball. Slovenia do not press at all whenever they're defending. They allow Denmark like to pass the ball around and try to hope that the other team tries to press them and then catch them that way. But Slovenia like to maintain their shape and like to be compact. So Denmark gonna control the ball, and he played against them back in November in the same position that he's playing in right now at center back in a 3-back, and he went over with 102 with 66% possession, and I expect around the same. I think you're getting good value of 79.5. I would play this even up to like 83, 84.5. I think you're getting good value here. And Denmark are patient when they attack. When they do have the ball up, they do overload the box. But when they get the ball, they are not afraid to pass the ball around the back, distribute the ball, be patient, and he's going to be there to relieve pressure if needed. Fullbacks are going to be pushing, so he'll be there to receive the ball. And since he's in the center, he'll pass it to the wings, either side, whichever side is open. He's going to be there, and they're going to be controlling the ball. So like Andreas Christensen took a higher than 79.5 passes. And then my final Denmark play, if you watch my goal score videos, you'll know why I like him, but I'll still explain it anyways. And it is Rasmus Hojlund to go higher than 0.5 goals and assists. And you can even get this at plus money right now on Underdog, which I like, honestly. He, in my opinion, is their most important player. He was their top scorer in qualifying. Out of 19 of Denmark's goals that they had in qualifying, he scored 7 of them, which is almost half of them. And from 7 goals, he only took 13 shots on target. So over 50% of the shots that he took on target, he scored, which he's very clinical. And even in the Premier League, he had 21 shots on target and scored 10. And it was still he had a pretty decent season considering the season that Man United had. So it's just to show you that he is a clinical striker. And I like the fact that you can add the assist in there as well for plus money. So I like that a lot. And now he's playing in Denmark, where he has much more unselfish teammates. He's not playing next to Rashford or Garnacho, who like to play for themselves and play on the wing. He usually holds the ball for them and passes it to them and let them shoot. But now in Denmark, he's the main man, and they're gonna rely on him to score. I like the odds. He's gonna have unselfish teammates now, and he's great on the counter. And playing against Slovenia, which, like I said earlier, is their weakest opponent in my opinion, and they need to take advantage of this matchup. And he's their most important player. I like that if they score 1 or 2, that he will be involved in them. So I just like this play. I like Rasmus Hojlund to go higher than 0.5 goals and assists. And my final play, another one that I like that you can actually get 4 plus money on Underdog, and that's Bukayo Saka to go higher than 2.5 shots, playing for England, going up against Serbia. I like the fact that he's very likely going to be playing on the right. Him and Foden both like to play on the right, but Foden is a little more versatile because he's been playing more on either side for Man City. So Foden's going to be playing on the left, and Saka's going to be playing on the right. And I like that because he likes to cut inside, shoot with his left, like he does in Arsenal. And he's going to be able to do the exact same thing going up against Serbia. And England will dominate the ball. Even against tough opposition, they tend to have more possession of the ball, which is obviously better for us because that means England have more opportunities to go up and attack. And Serbia's defenders are likely to be Serbia's defense, that most of the time focus on being compact and not letting them opposition crowd the box, which is again good for us because Saka plays on the wing. He likes to take advantage of the space that he has outside, and like I said, he likes to cut inside, he'll pass, he'll shoot, and I need this win to be in good morale. They're one of the favorites, and I just like the fact that Saka's playing on the right and the fact that you can get this at plus money. This is what his line is normally at Arsenal, and you can take it here, and in my opinion, he has better teammates now to provide him the ball. He has Trent, he has Kane, who's an underrated playmaker, he has Bellingham, he has Foden, so I like the odds here. And he likes to rotate around. Him and Foden like to rotate around. So even if he doesn't cut inside and shoot with his left, and he plays on the left, he can obviously just shoot it favorably for him towards the right. And Serbia can leave space that Saka can exploit whenever they're attacking or trying to press. So they sometimes have vulnerabilities when they leave space open, which is better for us because Saka is a fast player and he can run through and exploit that space. And again, I love the value that you're getting for a player like Saka at 2.5. So it's Bukayo Saka to go higher than 2.5 shots. I want to give a shout out to my partner Underdog Fantasy. You can use code Maikito, linked in the description. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. I also have my Fliff, which is a mobile app which is where I personally make my slips when it comes to money lines and stuff like that. So if you want to, I have that in the description as well. And then also have the memberships available for those that want to get the content out early as soon as you can. It doesn't change the content, it's just for those that want to get the content early. And then I also have my Cashapp link in the description if you ever want to give back to me. It's very much appreciated if you want feeling generous. It's never required, but it's always appreciated. So I thank anybody who supports me in any way. When it comes to the money lines, I actually found a play that I like for all 3 games, so I'll get straight into those. The first one is the Netherlands money line against Poland. In my opinion, they have an underrated midfield. I know their attack, they have Xavi Simons and stuff like that, but they have a quality midfield, underrated. They have Veerman, who's a really good playmaker, which I like. They have I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Reinders. He's the one who plays for AC Milan. He's a very good box-to-box player who can do both. And they have a very, very solid defense with Nathan Ake, Van Dijk, De Vrij, and they have Dumfries or Frimpong, whichever one plays on the right. They have a solid, very solid defense. So there's a good chance Poland doesn't even score, which is obviously good for us. And then Poland aren't going to have Lewandowski or Suardevski, which is their both main attacking options at striker. So Poland are already going to struggle on the attack, which is again better for us. And then they have Gakpo, Simmons, and Depay up top. So Netherlands have a potent attack that they can score against Poland. And Poland's not, like I said, they're not even at full strength. So I like this. I like the Netherlands money line against Poland. The second one is the Denmark money line against Slovenia. I pretty much already went over this. It's the easiest matchup they'll have. They need to be clinical with their opportunities because they're going against Jan Oblak, who's a good keeper, and I think they will. I mentioned Hojlund, who's a very clinical striker, and they always have Jonas Wind, who's also a good player who had a good season for Wolfsburg. And they're going to overload Slovenia in the attack. They're going to dominate the ball. Slovenia do not press. All they really have to focus on is stopping Sesko, who is their striker, who plays for RB Leipzig. If they can stop him, Slovenia doesn't really have any other options that they have when it comes to the attack. They have an underrated striker duo with Hojlund and Wind, and they played twice in 2023 last year, and they won in both of the games. So already have a good history against them, and I feel like you're getting good value for this. They have to take advantage of this matchup. I like the Denmark money line against Slovenia. And then originally, I was going to take the England money line, which you can take if you want to be safe. But I think you're getting good value for this play. And that's the over 2.5 goals in the England-Serbia game. And the reason why is obviously England are going to get their goals or 1 or 2 goals. There's a good chance they could get this on their own and get 3 because their attack is going to carry them in this tournament. They have Foden, Bellingham, Kane, Saka, and even Trent that they can use, and that's just their starting 11. That's without counting their bench of Cole Palmer, Jared Bowen, etc. They have a really, really, really good attack this tournament, and so in my opinion, England can get those 3 goals on their own. That's just that. And the reason why I'm liking the over 2.5 instead of just taking England is because 1, it's safer, and 2, well, yes, England have a good attack. Their defense, in my opinion, is going to be leaky. They're using Stones and Guahi as center back, which is not really like a super strong center back partner duo. And they're going to be using Trippier on the left, who is older. He's not as fast. The only good defender that they really have, in my opinion, is Kyle Walker. And then they have Trent in the midfield, which, yes, his defense sometimes is overhated, but it's overhated for a reason because it's not as strong as it should be. And Serbia have a good and very, very, very underrated attack, in my opinion. They have Vlahovic, they have Mitrovic, they have Tadic, and they have Kostic. They have 2 good strikers in Vlahovic and Mitrovic, who are both good in the air, and they're good at shooting from distance as well. They have Tadic, who's a really good distributor, and then they have Kostic on the wing, who's good and fast and can exploit the spaces in the England defense, and is good at cutting back. And when Serbia attack, they like to overload the box. And like I said, with Vlahovic and Mitrovic, they have a good chance of getting at least a goal. And if they get this 1 goal, I feel like this easily hits because England will get the 2 if they want to try to attack and win. So I like the value that you're getting here. It's the over 2.5 goals in the England-Serbia game. Thank you everybody for watching. If you've been liking the content, please like the video and consider commenting and subscribing. Commenting helps boost the video out to more people, and if you subscribe, make sure to turn on post notifications so you can get the video out as soon as you can. But other than that, I'm going to try to get some rest, try to watch some of the games. I am pretty tired, but I still wanted to get some good plays out for you guys. So hopefully you all have a good night and we can cash out tomorrow.